that if we in India have to reach our zenith, if we need to realize the potential of this 1.3 billion population, we need to connect on every level. As I said, access, awareness, everything, logistically equity. But I'm going to stop here because we have someone who would do a much better job of talking about Connecting India. He is our co-founder, he's the MD and CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. L.R. Sridhar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I will speak on Connect India, but I think Pooja has done most of the talk. And she's just 2 hours connected to Connect India. And that's the kind of a passion Connect India is all about. And I've been dreaming this for the last maybe 15 months. The whole idea of Connect India is, I think, probably stems out of the problem of the others or the pains of the others. I think that is how we realized when you look at 2 years ago, suddenly India is bombarded with the e-commerce industry, and from nowhere, about 2 million shipments have started flowing into the system, and the existing logistics industry was basically into B2B business, could not really take the off the load of this such a large shipments that was flowing in. Because I believe, being in this business for almost 3.5 decades, the B2B business and B2C business are completely different. E-commerce business is all about emotions. So when I thought about this at that point of time, I think it's again connections. It's all providence that I bumped into a gentleman called Vijay Mahajan through Riaz, again, who's the connector to Vijay Mahajan. Because Riaz, I gave him the first job of his life when he graduated, came, and he was working with Vijay. And I was inspired by Vijay's work in the rural part of the country. I think 30 years of tireless work still is going on, working for livelihoods and rural India and creating such a huge infrastructure in the rural part of the country. And I realized when I went and saw personally, the last mile delivery, people were delivering digital services onto doorsteps. That was the time I realized that if a digital service could be delivered on a foot in the rural part of the country, why not a commerce can go to that industry? And I think the real India is rural India. 70% of our population live outside the urban part of the country, and the real commerce happens there. I came back to Vijay and said, Vijay, you are sitting on a gold mine. Let's move on. And I think in about 6 months, it became a reality. The least I realized, it's exactly about a year. Last November, the same time I was in Dubai, talking to one of the largest international logistics companies, UPS. The least I realized that they will be sitting with me today to participate and connecting the world. I think what a providence it could be. Thank you, Derek, being here. Thank you, Mark, for making it happen. It's a great occasion for today, all of us, because there are 2 significant events that happened today. One is to basically, we are going to associate with UPS for connecting the world from any rural part of the country. And all my Connect India outlets are going to be the outlets of UPS as we go forward. Another significant event is, I think from the time I started off, I was, through Vijay, I met Dr. Tyagi, and he has done such a wonderful job. He manages, I think, probably one of the largest network in the country. He's got 150,000 common service centers are managed by Dr. Tyagi, and he's, even at this age, he's probably older than me, still very, very energetic. And I was also inspired by the way he was managing. So we started talking to them, and today it's become a reality. Though last 3 months we've been going independently and talking to CSEs and converting them as our last mile delivery agents. Today, I think it's become a reality. They have become our official partners in India. I think we will connect every single village of the country through the common service centers, and we will connect the world with the UPS. I think there can't be a better occasion to celebrate with them. And I think thanks to Derek, who took all the time away and has come from United States to be a part of this. Thank you very much, Derek. Now, basically, I was hardly given about 6-7 minutes to speak because the dance, you have one more piece of dance before we really go into the official function, but I thought I'll just give you a brief. Now, Connect India is all about connecting, as you said, that a lot of digital India has happened, making India is talking about, but who is to do Connecting India? I think that's exactly we have trying to do, using all our experiences in the logistics field with our partners inspiration. One of the drivers for me to also get into this big way is, I think, working with communities can really take you to greater heights. And we also realize today, again, it's a providence that UPS has become, one of our, part of this Connect India, because, again, they work with communities in the US. They've transformed communities in the US. I think that's the learning that we've done, and that's what really inspired us. Though many people started, knocking at our doors, we still knocked at door only at UPS, and we said, we'll make it happen, and we made it happen. I think that's the reality today. The idea is to create entrepreneurs across the country, where we would, in about 2 years' time, will go and establish 26,000 PIN codes. By 2017 March, we are targeting to be there in every single PIN code of the country and be there with 50,000 partners, and every kilometer being a distribution center supported by huge technology background. I think that is what we are going to do. And with all these partners being around, it will also create a huge livelihood. What we are trying to create is a capacity. If I create 50,000 outlets across the country, I'm creating 1 million to 1.5 million packages distribution capacity every day. I think the reason for all this to coming reality is that when we had nothing, January this year, we went to one of the market leader of the e-commerce industry, Amazon, and pitched in saying that this is what is our model. They believed in our model, and they started with the pilot, and we got into commercial sometime in July. I'm happy to have the Amazon representative here, Mr. Hari. Thank you, Hari, for making it happen. It's been a great inspiration for us, and I think going forward, we'll also do a lot of work with all other partners. There are a lot of e-commerce companies have come in here. We are also very delighted to have them here because they believed in model, they're all here. And we expect your support. Please kindly help us to connect India and make livelihoods happen and create jobs across the rural part of the country. Let's send back all the children, all the youngsters who come from villages to go back to these villages by providing commerce into their villages. And we will do all our best to connect every single corner of the country. And let's try and create at least 500,000 jobs over a period of next 3 to 4 years. Thank you very much, and please enjoy this evening. Thank you so much. Vijay, you want to say something?